you're gonna see the brother. I know for sure can rap. And then
you know what it is. Choke, no joke. Eat a wall. Rest in peace, Fuegos. Don't ask me why. We here now. Born in the Bronx, raised in Eden Wall. Place where I saw soldiers fall. Let's go. JR, crushed between the wall of the elevator, only 12. How would you cope if you were me? Let's go. Seeing the sight before 13. Probation, cause trespassing on the elevator was a felony. Blaming me, still went to the funeral cause I knew that it wasn't me. Carried the coffin before 13. Crack cocaine, hit the scene. Me a hustler, mom a fiend. I'm mad cause she keep stealing my thing. I'm draped in the jewels her addiction brings. That's the things that make us cry. Your baby mama don't let you see your child. Or when your mans leave the VI. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Let's go. They say choke wanna rhyme now. How come? Been rhyming on my 5th album. 3 mistakes, learn from mistakes. Rhyming on the porch back in 88 with Bo. He had a better flow. Studied on my hustle, didn't care about my flow. Never made it rich, saw the glow. Dude on 2 I stripped my pole. Follow Daisy, he on the low. Grimy and gritty, he stacked the dough. I'm from the place, 250 in the safe. Cops that shoot you after the cuffs were placed. They wonder why I don't respect Jake. Why I could never spit it soft like Drake. Take it how you want it, like a Drake cake at 8. You weak in the knees, I jab like Zab, your Harlem shake. It's choke, no joke, and I am great. We birth, we live, we die. We struggle to survive. Choke, what's your thoughts? Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Eat a wall, what up? Let's go. Accept defeat like James. Sign Nas in my later days. Inspiration like Obama. Like 5th get flicks of your mama. I might be more ruthless when it come to drama. Got higher guns on my shooter. 40 Glock. Wipe out you Douglas. Pull up your pants, can't you see they losing you? How they do that and they so tight. Putting them on, got be abused to you. Top 10 in the game, coming through for you. The lyrical molester abusing you. Sway Shaheem Reed and Tuma. I'm more hip-hop than MTV and Puma. Better get my name on the list as the greatest truth teller. And I never gave a shit like this. Choke, no joke, you know what it is. We live, we die, we struggle to survive. Don't ask me why. They hate, they lie. Yeah, you know what it is. Rest in peace, Fuego. Yeah, choke, no joke. Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it is. Yeah, ready go. Choke, no joke. Jack Brown. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Never did I think hip-hop go this far. Never did I think I see Diddy behind bars or Kells. Penitentiary scars. The Man Act. Is it going too far? Back. Y'all industry rats, y'all whack. That's 100 on Pyro. You'll be trapped like Pac. The go viral. Gene saw the nuts of Ja Rule. At the freak off and Diddy too. Butt plug shopper, freak door stopper. Nigga, you don't know if you a criminal or a cop. But you're next to be locked. Ask Keefe D. Telling on yourself on Vlad TV. You dumb nigga, right? You'll never be me. And I never be you too. Telling on you too. Yeah, saying on this giving up myself. What the fuck I look like? My name G-Dap. Comb legacy doom. Will the bad boy see time like loon? Your extortion fell through. You friended no one like the moon. What did you do? Sat back and watch him get groomed. Only badge in the room. You and wifey drunk the juice. Saw the check for Pac's life. And his back right. Guess it's bad boy for life. Or should I say same gang? You the same lane. That Diddy let hang. And now he chain gang. Damn, you rocked him, fella. Didn't you? For the mozzarella. Did it for Wolf and his mother. D-Fur and Kerborough. Nah, nigga, you did it cause your ass ain't thorough. And you ain't from the boroughs. Joke, no joke. You know what it is. This one's for the whole earth. You know, when they get disrespectful, I just go to the booth and kick the truth to the young black youth. Joke, no joke. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is.
It's joke, no joke, no joke. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. All right. Joke, no joke. I'm in the building. As you already know. Hold on. They done sign me out. I didn't ask him to sign me out. I just got out the shower and I'm hot. Okay. We in the building. Let me sign back in. So, as y'all know, what you call it, the boy Keefe D went to court today. Well, he in court now. I'm gonna give y'all an update on that in a minute. First and foremost, you know, we got to get to the Diddy trial. It is hot. I am hot because I just came out. I shouldn't even be complaining about heat. I should not be complaining about heat. But I need to go grab my fan real quick because I'm not gonna be sitting here sweating. So do me a favor. Just be a little patient with your brother. I'm going to get into the trial and right after this. Just give me 2 seconds, all right? Choke, no joke. Jack Brown. Yeah, now.
Choke no joke. Jack Brown. Yeah. This what ATL in New York sound like. Let's go. Y'all hating ass niggas, I see y'all. Choke get busy, that's why I got the crown. Hate in the air. You clowns, I see the envy that you breed, jealousy. What you need is your own damn hustle. Stop worrying about mine. Nigga, I'm poppin' cause I put in time. Came out modeling, camera in hand. Still get busy with the mic in hand. Streets pulled out, niggas got sprayed. Niggas turn on you when they see you get paid. The intimidation in your face. Where's the love? What's taking place? You want my gold and my ducats, cause my money overflowing out of buckets. Shot him in public, made people holler. Scar on his face for the money and the power. I'm the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. 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 The truth in the industry made me the game had me fooled, got in, was young. Thought talent made you rich, damn was dumb. More to make, cake from crumbs. You gotta be sweet, G or native tongue. My heartbeat went into overload. When Larry tried to turn me into a mole, told me show my curly to the CEO. I didn't think it's funny, so his jaw hit the floor and grabbed that chair that broke his back. Then realized that's a hate attack. Harassment comes assault, you in the maze. No way out, like Puff and Mace. Touch me, tease me, I catch a case. Nigga, you ain't straight as your poker face. Father law God, in that game I fold. This sun don't tick, demon time don't hold. I'm the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. 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 The truth in the industry made me the choker. Choker. The truth in the industry made me the choker. Choker. On the ones and twos, choker. What y'all want to do? I'm here now. Either wall, stand up. Shout out to the bomb squad.
Okay. I'm reloaded. Okay, I'm reloaded. Choke no joke. So let's get to it. Today in court, Capricorn. Ugh. Oh, Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. Capricorn. They trying to finish Diddy, boy. I have never seen so many people work for a person for so long. Hold on a second. Yeah, but joke no joke. I have never seen so many people work for a person for so long, and now they got all these complaints and they was done wrong and Diddy, he was such a bad person. But I worked for him for 10 years. And it was so brutal, but I stayed there. I was scared to leave. Yo, y'all are the foulest people in the world. Y'all worse than Gene Square. No, I don't know about that. Gene Square ain't got no reason whatsoever to be mad at Puff, except for D. Ferg, Wolf Mother, Wolf, Kurt Burrow, everybody but him. He ain't never did nothing to me. He paid me on time. He knew he knew not to play with my money. Whoop. I'm doing this for D. Ferg. I'm doing this for all the dead people. Y'all niggas is doing it because y'all can't get no more money. You rat bastards. All of y'all. Except for the real victims. Those real victims, I understand if you are a victim. Duane Ricard, allegedly, you was sleeping with Diddy too. I just got the word, Duane Ricard. You was sleeping with him when Kathy was sleeping with him, allegedly. You ain't shit either. This is all a money grab for all of y'all. It's disgusting. Allegedly, Dawn was sleeping with Diddy too. When she was sleeping with the dude from day 26. Man, yo, this is crazy, bro. All y'all had Diddy cock in your mouth, allegedly. He might have been in Gene's butt, allegedly. You know, because Gene acting worse than a scorned woman. I don't even see Misa acting like Gene, dude. And then all this gay stuff that was going on. Who's to say that Gene wasn't getting boomped in his booty too, allegedly? Why is he so butthurt? Like he was around all this gay activity and he didn't participate, but went butt plug shopping. Okay. But was freak door stopping, right? But he didn't participate in none of the gay activities, none of the drugs, right? Oh, he drunk the juice by accident. Right. Sure. It was an accident, buddy. Yeah. I don't understand it. No, I'm doing it for D. Ferg. No, I'm doing it for Wolf. No, I'm doing it for Wolf Mother. Now, he ain't never did nothing to me. He always paid me on time. So why are you going so hard to sit in the chair? Because Wolf Mother, man. He did that to Wolf Mother. He did that to Wolf. He did that to D. Ferg, man. He did that to Kurt Burrows, man. Nah, man, yo, he did that. Man, get out of here. That nigga boomed you, allegedly, and your booty hole is unforgiving. Nah, man. I'm telling you, man. He didn't do nothing to me. He paid me on time. That nigga hit that big dookie shoe. Had that big 6'5" nigga on his tippy toes, getting banged from the Buki shoe, allegedly. Oh, man. He did all that gay stuff to everybody else but me. Right. Nigga even hit on me. You tell me you worked with the nigga for 20 years? Come on, son. Come on, son. You drunk that juice and probably woke up in Diddy bed, nigga. me send a little notification over here to Instagram. IG, I'm back. Hit that link. Talking about Diddy trial. I don't even know what day we in. Was this like the 3rd week, 4th week? So it might be like day 19. I'm lost in days, but hit the link. Okay, so let me check something real quick before I get started.
I switched from YouTube TV to Fido. It's saving me $600 a year.
Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I want to see something before I start this. Okay, it didn't start yet. All right, I'll come back to that. All right, so like I said, I don't know. I lost days because I think this is like the 4th week of the Diddy trial, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. It's like day 18, day 19. But also today in court is Keefe D sentencing. He gets sentenced today, or he may get a new trial today, depending on how things go with the hearing, because he has a hearing with the judge today. So with that hearing, they're going to see if either they're going to sentence him today or grant him a new trial. And the reason why they would be granting him a new trial is because someone reported to the jury. Someone reported to the court that the jury members were discussing the case in the hallway and people overheard it. The person that heard it more in particular was R.J. Bond. All right. So in court today, they're gonna be looking to see if they're gonna grant him a new trial based on the evidence that was proven. That was given to the court for the jurors talking about the case that he got sentenced guilty in that jail fight. And if the judge decides to grant him a new trial, due to that evidence, then he may be good. The reason he may be good is because being that he got convicted on that fight, that blew his chances of getting a bail, because now he'd be convicted of a crime. TikTok, I'm live on YouTube. If you didn't know, but my battery's low, so if it go off, y'all know to go over to YouTube, all right? So, what you call it? So I'll be tapping in. I got somebody live in the courtroom right now in Vegas, and they're gonna be giving me the update. So I don't know what's going on yet. Maybe they didn't call Keefe D yet, but he's probably gonna have a long court date today. So after I go over the morning part of the Diddy trial, after that, we'll get into the Keefe D thing. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'll give the shout outs in a minute. Shout out to all my moderators. Shout out to everybody in the United Emirates. If you didn't know, I was in Dubai for a week. I went out there and I had the time of my life. Do you hear me? When I say I had the time of my life, it was so much of an experience, more than what I expected. But, I went there for like a spiritual healing and a spiritual retreat to leave, whatever emotional baggage or anything, hate or any resentment or anything that I was holding on, whether it was with friends, family, kids, whatever, all that, I left it in the sand, right? And I came back with a new perspective on life, a new way of thinking. That was the first time in my life that I've been in a place and didn't experience racism. And I'm sure it's probably different for different people out there or whatever, or everybody have a different experience. But I know racism being in America. I know walking down the street and a white woman grabbing her purse or, conscious because she see a black man coming, or wait, hold on for a second. This is a call I'm not expecting. Hold on. Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Racism. Almost lost my train of thought, right? So I went from seeing women clutch their purse, you know, shit, a black person to do it. A black woman to do that, right? But now I out in Dubai, right? I'll be sitting next to a person that's not black. I seen this girl, plenty of women. Girl, take a Prada bag, a Louis Vuitton bag, a phone, a wallet, everything in it, and leave it right there next to me and get up and go to the bathroom and don't know me and no care and don't care, bro. Like I have witnessed so much unbelievable stuff, man. Like people will get up in a crowded club and leave their whole purse there and go to the bar and get a drink. I done went in clubs and then get searched. Like nobody gets searched at nowhere out there. No one's getting searched. No one's getting patted down. They dare you to come outside with a gun. They dare you to break any laws. They dare you to go 1 mile past the speed limit in Abu Dhabi and you got a $300 ticket. You talking about being disciplined? Don't go there if you ain't got no discipline. And do not go there with somebody that don't know how to control a temper and don't know how to act. I'm telling you, because somebody going to jail. Like you can't even curse out there. Curse at the cops out there and see where that get you. Talk, raise your voice. Who you do that out there and see how fast you get locked up. You talking about discipline? Woo! Imagine driving and just being conscious of not going 1 mile over the speed limit. And you driving for hours. Yo, listen, man. Imagine being in a place where there's no drugs. So that means that like no littering. There's no garbage anywhere. Like I got so much content to show y'all. Y'all gonna be amazed. Y'all gonna be amazed if you never been there. If you've been there, then it may not be nothing to you. But man, I spent nights in the desert, going glamping. I walked camels. Hey, I ate at the best Arabic spots, Egyptian spots. I partied. Partied, club to club to club to club. And they ain't even charged me to get in, bro. I went to the bar and ordered drinks, several drinks for people one time. And this dude skipped me. He just ran up to the line. Hey, give me the. I'm like, and the dude said, I'm like, wow, bro, we was standing here first. He said, no problem. Don't worry. What you want? I told him what I wanted. He gave me all the drinks for free. I said, how much? He was like, no, that's for you because you was a little upset that the guy cut in front of you. And you was right. And then the guy standing next to me, he was before me. And I was like, nah, go ahead, take care of him. He was way longer than me. He said, no. You go first. You tell me. I said, no, he was here first. Take care of him. No. Come on. What you want? I said, nah. I know the dude cut in front of both of us, but he was before me. Come here, brother. Go ahead, you go first. He said, that's the owner of the club. Don't worry about him. He's fine. Here's all your drinks. You take them for free. Don't worry. You don't owe us nothing. What? Yo, you talking about generous. Generous. I met this dude from Nigeria. He like, you staying in the hotel? You don't need to stay in the hotel. You can have my condo. I have another one. You can have it for the time that you stay here. I'm like, what? Yes, it's fly ass condo. Already furnished everything. I'm like, bro, I can't stay in your condo, man. Don't insult me. You can stay there. You can have it. You can stay there. You know, don't stay at no hotel. You stay there. Nah, I didn't do it, but whatever. No, I wouldn't have. But the act of generosity was amazing. Amazing. I'm sitting next to Arabic dudes in this one spot, Jamal eating, and they like, yo, where you from? I'm telling them where I'm from. And they like, you like Arabic food? I'm like, man, I've been in this restaurant 3 times since I've been in. This is like on my like second or third day that I was there. They like, man, you want to try this? Man, they sharing their food with me, and they, man. I got to move. I got to move. I got to move to Dubai. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, when I'm gonna do it, but I'm out of here. Like, I gotta get back out there. Shout out to my man Just. Shout out to my man Marcus out there. DJ Low Key, Loretta, Annie. Man, yeah, so much. Oh man, but I'll talk about that later. Let's get to the Diddy trial because I know that's what y'all here for. Y'all here for the tea. You know what I mean? Said, Cho, why you argue with them? I didn't argue with them. It didn't accept the offer of taking it, which go. No arguing, just no, I'm not gonna appreciate the generosity, but no. But anyway, moving on. Let's get to the Diddy trial. So today, another one that Diddy's workers, Capricorn Clark. Yo, these people definitely got to be like unindicted co-conspirators. Like they got to be unindicted co-conspirators because I don't understand how they could get up here and tell all this stuff that Diddy did that they participated in and not get in trouble too. Like why they aren't sitting next to him in the courtroom is crazy to me. I just don't get that part. Like y'all all played the part. Y'all was down. Now you a victim? No, you are a victim because you don't want to go to jail. You do not want to go to jail. So it started off today with I guess they finished with investigator Jimenez and about the DNA questions. So AUSA investigator the investigator Jimenez knowledge of his extremely limited Oh, damn, my phone died. Where's my charger? Hold on. That's how I was asleep on that 14-hour flight coming back. I was like, I'm taking this home because this works. Blocking out that light works. What else they gave me in here? I didn't even look. Oh, got some earplugs. I could have used these for all the noise on the plane while I was sleeping. What else they give you in here? Oh, it turns to a whole bag. Oh, wow. Cool. You can take this to the beach. And they gave me a little hand lotion. I'm looking at this lotion. Yep, lavender. Let's see what it smells like. Etihad Airlines or Etihad, however you want to pronounce it. They give you some good food on there too. There's this vegetable meal. That's not good. Little international flight stuff. Look at that. How cool is that? I didn't even know this was a bag. I'm really glad I took it home. Because I know they ain't going to let nobody else use it after me. They're going to throw it away. I hope not, at least. So how did I get that in there? And I think you just fold all this back into that little pouch. Yep. And pop. You got this little pouch store in your pocket. Bam. All right. So, all right, let's get to it. So that's Capricorn right there. If y'all don't know what she looked like, and this is her on the stand. I know Diddy looking at all of them like, you mother effers. All right, so before we get to Capricorn, let's see what this investigator was saying. The judge, but did he ask for the serologist if any DNA test was done? DA says, but not the results. DA says, yes, there was a partial profile from the glass bottle in the car, but investigator Jimenez does not know what that means. But they talking about the, I guess the DNA from the bottle of the mocktail that was thrown in, or whatever you call that, mocktail joint that you, what do you call that shit? Let me look it up. From whatever blew up Kid Cudi car, I guess the glass they got the DNA off of it, because remember when they was crossing Kid Cudi, Brian still asked him, do he know that the person that burnt his car was a woman? And he said he didn't know. So I guess that's what the investigator is there for. So he said, yes, there was a partial profile from the glass bottle in the car, but investigator Jimenez does not know what that means. But there, and then the judge cuts him off. You don't object to the report coming in, only what Mr. Agnafilo will ask. We do object to the report coming in. And Diddy's lawyer, Mr. Agnafilo, he got the results back. If the DNA came back with Sean Combs' DNA, this investigation would have gone in a different direction. But it was consistent with a female contributor. And the judge says, so it's not whether the results was accurate, only the impact. The judge says, I'm going to overrule the objection, but I'll hear you at the sidebar after the direct. And the AUSA says this DNA issue can mislead the jury. Diddy lawyer says, we can prove this up through the seriologist. This is fair game for the witness. The judge says, for now, the objection is overruled. So I think that's good in Diddy's case. What about the summary charge? When are they being offered? The AUSA says some early next week, others along with our second to last witness before we rest our case. The judge says bringing in bank and phone records and text is okay, but some text threads are already in. The summary charts will save time as they did in the ex-Senator Bob Menendez case. That leaves us with the objection to Dr. Hughes. Is the U.S. going to respond? Yes. Submit your response by tomorrow. Now, as to Kid Cudi testimony, which seemed like an opinion, how is it admissible given the requirements of Rule 701? We would like to look at the cases submitted by the defendant, then put in a letter. Okay, bring in the jury. Jury comes in, welcome back. Call your next witness. The government calls Capricorn Clark. Miss Capricorn Clark, where did you grow up? I was born in San Francisco, and then I moved to LA. I worked for Def Jam and then Death Row Records, a late 90s gangster rap label. What was your relation to Suge Knight? He is the father of my friend's child. Then you did a dictionary. This is direct from the DA, the AUSA prosecutors, and Capricorn Clark. All right. So you know who's asking these questions. And then you worked for Sean Combs? Yes. He's over there in the blue sweater. I worked for him for 2004, from 2004 to 2012. Now listen, y'all. This is what I don't get about this. These people, they keep claiming all this. He was so abusive. He was so wrong. Like, why would you work for him for 8 years? Like, there's no other jobs out there. You worked at Def Jam. You worked at Death Row. So you got enough experience in the music entertainment business to go get a job at Universal, Interscope, Cash Money, No Limit. Like, why would you stay there with Diddy if he was just so abusive, bad person, and you're going to stay there for 8 years? Yeah, let me tell you something, man. when they kept taking all the credit for all my work, after I tried to bust him in his goddamn face and he wouldn't fight me, I quit. Why? You think I'm gonna sit there and just keep letting him take the credit for all my work and just, oh, yeah, it's Damon. I don't want to leave Rockefeller. Oh, no, I'm quitting. I left, and I didn't know where I was going to go. By the grace of God, after that, I left and I wound up at BET producing Rap City. So it's not the end of the world for you to move on. These people sitting there acting like they being so abused, but they couldn't quit. Oh my God. I worked for him from 2004 to 2012. Were you kidnapped? Yes. You worked for him from 2004 to 2012, and then the next question is, were you kidnapped? Yes. Okay. When did you first meet Mr. Combs? When I moved to New York City in 2002. We were super platonic friends. A headhunter said I should work for him as a personal assistant. I did until 2006. Your duties? Shadow him from wake up. And then what? Then I was the head of women's for Sean John. How long? A year. And then I was the global brand director for Sean Combs. Naming, likeness, due diligence to grow the band. Then I was terminated until 2016 for Cassie Ventura. Because, then I was terminated until 2016 for Cassie Ventura. Did you work in this building? Shows a photo of Bad Boy Records office. Yes, we moved there in 2005. Your first day, where did Mr. Combs take you? On her first day? Central Park, after dark, along with Uncle Paulie. He looked like a linebacker. Does this photo look like him? No. He doesn't have on his blacked out shades he wore all the time. What did Mr. Combs tell you in the park? That since I work for Suge Knight, if anything happened, he might have to kill me. Objection. Overruled. Proceed. How did you take it? Seriously. It had gravitas. What is gravitas? Am I pronouncing that right? Let me look up that word. Gravitas, gravitas. Let's see what it is. Uncountable noun. If you say that something has what is the pronunciation? You mean that you respect them because they seem serious and intelligent. He is pale, dark, and authoritative. What's the pronunciation? Gravitas. 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 He had gravitas. I guess y'all knew that word. I didn't. Gravitas How did you take it? Seriously, it had gravitas. How did you react? I said, I didn't have anything to do with that stuff. Objection. Sustained. Miss Steiner, what was Paulie's role? All aspects of Mr. Combs' movement to keep them safe. There was also D-Rock, Roger Barnes, and Ruben. Who's D-Rock? A good friend of Biggie Smalls? Running back type body? Did you ever observe Mr. Combs with a gun? Yes, in my home. And did he talk about it? Mr. Combs told Chris Lighty he had a gun. He had a problem with 50 Cent. Were you ever accused of stealing? Yes. Jewelry. It had been given to me. It was on a loan. It went missing? Yes. What did you do? Oh, from Teterboro, I called 1440 and I told him to lock it down. What did Uncle Paulie do? He questioned me for 3 hours. You went home? To Queens? Yes. Uncle Paulie, he searched my house. Where did Uncle Paulie take you? 1710 Broadway. There's another word I need to look up. Dilapidated. It was dilapidated, which means in a state of disrepair or ruin as a result of age or neglect of a building or of object. So they took her to an abandoned building or oh God. All right. 1710 Broadway, it was dilapidated. It was being fixed up, but I didn't know that. Uncle Paulie took me to the 6th floor. The door was locked behind us. There was a 6-foot there was a 6-foot folding table and a heavy set man. Can you describe him? He was like 5 of me, like 2 linebackers, and he was chain smoking. Did Uncle Paulie stay? Intermittently, he came back. What did the heavy set man say? I was there to take a lie detector test. He said that I was there to take a lie detector test. What did he say would happen if you failed the lie detector test? That I will be thrown in the East River. Objection. Can we have a sidebar? Why would you keep working for a person like this? After the sidebar, okay, Ms. Steiner, you may proceed. What was his demeanor? Very serious. I was terrified. Did you want to be taking the test? No, I was afraid. How was the test? Why is on you? And they asked questions. Did I fear? Did he tell you the results of this test? He said to calm down, that he couldn't get a good reading, and he might have to throw me in the East River. Was anyone else in the building? Not to my knowledge. Could you leave? No. Paul said no. What did Paul say at the end? That he'll come back the next day to figure this out. And we started again. Another lie detector test came in the same location all day. Were you free to leave? No. How long did this go on? For 5 days. Bruh. So you tell me they kept you in a building that was being remodeled, or however you want to look at it, in a room for 5 days and question you with a lie detector test for 5 days, and you couldn't leave. And when you was eventually able to leave, you telling me you will go back to work for this dude? Now, why am I finding this hard to believe, man? Somebody got you, and let's just say an abandoned building. Or I don't care if it was a corporate building. And they got you in this one room for 5 days, questioning you about some stolen jewelry for 5 days, hooked up to a lie detector machine. And you can't leave for 5 days. And they eventually let you go, and you don't go to the police, but you go and continue working for them. Who's this making sense to, y'all? You tell me if somebody had you in a room for 5 days and they accused you of stealing, and if you didn't steal anything, you telling me you will go back and work for these people, and they was threatening to throw you in the East River, and you not going to the police? And you go and work for this dude again? For all these years, bro. For all these years. That would be enough. Imagine me working for Rockefeller. And Dane watch go missing, like the time when Jay Brown stole Dane's Rolex, right? You see Jay Brown still with Jay-Z today, right? With a good position, even though he stole Dane's Rolex. Jay-Z still trusts this guy, right? This dude stole a Rolex out of Dane's house. Jay Brown stole a Rolex out of Dane's house. And Jay-Z still employs this guy to today, right? Even Dane forgave him for stealing the Rolex. But this girl, some jewelry go missing. She claims she didn't do it. She didn't steal it. Jay Brown stole the Rolex. He stole Dane Rolex, bro. And got caught, and Jay-Z still rocks with him. Still employed, even knowing that he was a thief. They forgave him for stealing his Rolex. They didn't beat this nigga up. They didn't get dudes to whoop on him. Yo, man. Oh, man. Like, people get so stupid and dumb when they're around rich people. I just don't get it. I don't care how rich you are. I'm standing on integrity, morals, and principles. I don't care who you are. Did you tell anyone where you were? No. I was just trying to survive it. I worked under an NDA. Objection. Sustained. Jury should disregard that last answer. So you telling me she didn't go to the police because of an NDA? Why are you testifying if you was under an NDA? So somebody holds you captive for 5 days and you don't go to the police because of an NDA. Come on, Capricorn, stop. Like, come on, man. Y'all going for that? Yeah. Somebody kidnap you for 5 days. It got you hooked up to a lie detector test for 5 days in this deserted office. And when you get free, you don't go to the police because you signed the NDA. Get the hell out of here. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. Please. With bare feet. Kick rocks with bare feet. Get out of here, bro. Come on, man. Yo, these people are horrible, bro. These people are horrible. And she had no big brothers, no uncles, nobody to go crack Diddy in his jaw. No boyfriend, nobody. Okay. What would have you been doing? I would have been shadowing Mr. Combs. What happened after the 5 days? That I could return back to work. That Mr. Combs would see me the next week. Did Mr. Combs ever discuss it with you? No. Why did you continue to work with Mr. Combs? If I left, he would think that I stole it. Why would he think that you stole it if you passed the lie detector test? If you could have said, yo, I quit based on the fact that you even thought that I stole something from you. I would never steal nothing from you. Ask Dave how many of millions of jewelry he left around me. And if anything ever went missing around me while I was around, this nigga had many of diamonds and jewelry and chains and watches and anything. And I'm not Jay Brown. And I'm the nigga from the projects. I wouldn't steal from nobody. So if you didn't steal and he held you for 5 days, I'm quitting. Just for the fact that you thought that I would steal from you. And you gonna hold me up in a building for 5 days and I'm gonna go back to work for you because I'm gonna be scared that you gonna think that I stole it because I quit. I done passed the lie detector test. I don't care what you think after that. And then I'm going to the police for y'all niggas kidnapping me for 5 days. Now I'm gonna go and work for you. What if he accuse you of stealing again? she didn't leave because if she left, he would have thought that she stole. Yo, these people are the worst, bro. What were your days like? From his townhouse at 74th Street and Park in the morning to Diddy's house, the studio at night. How much sleep did you get? On a good day, 4 hours. On a bad day, just 2. I got a stress condition. I was paid $55,000 a year. Come on, y'all. Can y'all help me out with this one? Would you work for 20 hours a day? Every day? And keep that job? 20 hours a day. And on some days, you work 22 hours a day. You get 2 hours of sleep and got to go right back to work for another 20 hours. Is that even physically possible, y'all? Now, I'm not going to even lie. Some days I may have worked 20 hours at Rockefeller. Us traveling, breaking day, going around the world. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, I worked 16-hour days. Got 8 hours of sleep. 22 hours a day is a stretch. Did you get paid overtime? No. I went and spoke to the head of HR. She said I was owed $80,000. How did Mr. Combs respond? He ripped up the paper. Would Mr. Combs stay at hotels? All right. So HR tells you owe $80,000. You go to Puff, he rip up the paper. You don't file a lawsuit. You don't quit the job. You stay there. Why? You were scared to leave? Why would you stay? If he's jerking you out of money and he owe you more than what you make annually, why would you stay? Oh, Joe, you victim shaming. She's a victim show. She's a victim. She had to stay because she had a family to take care of. Choke. She couldn't find another job. Bad Boy was the only job in town. Choke. Choke, you victim shaming. Choke. Would Mr. Combs stay at hotels? Yes. With whom? Kim Porter, once a week. What names would he book the room under? Frank Black or Frank White? Biggie's Frank White who don't know. That's his AKA, the King of New York, Frank White. So I guess he's Frank Black. And the girlfriends, they would use the name Jackie Starr. Where did he stay? At the Intercontinental in Buckhead in Atlanta, the Beverly Hills Hotel in LA. And what were in his bags? A camera, small bottles of baby oil and lube. Cameras every time. And what would you be doing? Watching TV, ordering room service, keeping up on sleep, Afterward, I would sweep the room for anything left behind. Any damage to the rooms? Baby oil. How frequently would Mr. Combs stay in a hotel with Cassandra Ventura in 2008? Like once a week at El Hermitage, the London, the Intercontinental, for several days, the IV drips. Did he speak to you about his relationship with Miss Ventura? Yes. Miss London was there. Chef Jordan in the other room. He called Cassie over, asked her to walk there. Hand me that. Go back in the other room. And she did it. What did he say? You B words won't do that. That's why you don't have a man. And what did you say? You mother effing right. Did you observe Mr. Combs obtaining drugs? A girlfriend in New York? Yeah. And in LA, from one stop, Molly, ecstasy, it was delivered to Puff or to me. Did he ask you to get drugs for him? Yes. Ecstasy. And in the south of France, he asked me to get cocaine. And I said, fool, why? I wasn't going to do it, given how my mother died. Objection. Sidebar. Okay, they're back from the sidebar. Who did Mr. Combs say the drugs were for? He said, not me. Did you get them? Yes. Through the Spanish security guard. He also get prescription drugs in my name. They were in the toiletry bag I carry or security. This is why I'm telling y'all. These people are testifying because they are unindicted co-conspirators. They like, look, either you gonna come testify or you're gonna be sitting in jail with them. What you want to do? Because how is she going around getting drugs for him and she not sitting next to him? How is she going to buy drugs for him, but she not sitting next to him? What about bulk cash? Yes. 100,000 in euros coming back from Europe. Where did he get it? Club bookings in Europe. He keep it and then give it to security and then into his bedroom personal safe. Was there violence? Fighting? Was Combs violent with you? Yes, at Star Island. He told me, you are not to leave this house. Pharrell Williams was brought in by boat. I returned Mr. Walker to Palm Island. He called and said, where the F are you? You can't have a life. And you stayed there and worked for him. Even after that. He told you you can't have a life. And you didn't say, oh, I quit. You stayed. And you didn't go to the police saying you was forced to be there. You didn't get an order of protection of this dude so you could move on with your life. And there was no other jobs in the world, so you just stayed there. And it dealt with this, what you trying to say is abuse now. One time I asked the chef if there was turkey bacon. She said no. No effing turkey bacon. And I said, I hate it here. The chef told Mr. Combs, and he pushed me again and again. What did he say? He said, if you hate it here, then get the F out of here. Did you leave your employment? I did. But you returned. I did. As global brand manager, as global brand director. Why? Yeah, that's my question. Why? Why did you turn around and go back? Because he was impressed by what I did in the job I left for. A couple of albums. He said, you wouldn't have to work directly for me. So what were you doing for Miss Ventura? I was managing her image, maximize the optics for her, for Sean Combs. He had final approval of on that. He had final approval on everything. So if she was in you see the games they playing here, man? They try to act like Diddy was controlling Cassie's image. But Capricorn Clark said she went back and she was managing her image and maximizing the optics for her. So how was Diddy controlling the way she looked? Yo, man. In LA, where did you live? A gated community. We had followed Kim Porter there. And where was Miss Ventura? In NYC on the West End. She would come to LA and stay with him or with me or in the hotel. Who else was Miss Ventura seeing? Kid Cudi. How did you learn of that? She brought him to my apartment. What did she say? She texted me. They were going to this public place in LA. I told her it was a bad idea and to delete the text. What? If Mr. Combs learned about Kid Cudi, I mean, Mr. Combs he paid for my phone and hers. So I took Cassie to Best Buy to get her a burner phone. Bro. Yo, come on, man. What? So you helping her cheat? You helping her cheat? And then you go get her a burner phone to help her cheat? And you telling her how to delete text so Diddy don't find out? And you work for Diddy, but you helping her cheat with Kid Cudi. And now you the victim? And Cassie the victim, but you helping her run around and cheat on your boss, and she the victim. And you the victim. And Kid Cudi's the victim. He paying Kid Cudi to go and write songs with Cassie, to work with her. He crosses Diddy and sleeping with her behind Diddy back. You helping him cheat with Cassie and teaching her how to get burned phones. So I'm confused. And all three of y'all the victims in this, but y'all all backstabbing Diddy. And he's paying for her well-being. He's giving you a job. And he's paying this clown nigga to bang his girl, to work with his girl, and he's banging her. All three of y'all are crossing him, and he reacts to y'all crossing him, and he's the bad guy. Wow. So what was he supposed to do? Just be happy that he paid Kid Cudi money to work with Cassie, and he's screwing her. He employing you to look out for his best interests, and you helping his girl cheat and sleep with another nigga. And he catches y'all, and he's wrong for his reaction. For every reaction, there's a reaction. But he's wrong on I took Cassie to Best Buy to get a burner phone. When did Mr. Combs return to town? Not long after, he took Cassie to a hotel, the Cipriani. And then, December 22, 2011, between 5:30 and 6 a.m., there was a banging at my door, as it should have been. Trifling. And what did you see through the peephole? A furious puff? Objection. That's another question, Miss Steiner. What was his movement? He was pacing with something in his hand. Did you open the door? I did. What was he wearing? A button-down sweater, torn pants, and he was holding a gun. He came into my apartment and said, "Why didn't you tell me? And who is Scott?" I said, "I don't know any Scott." What did he say? "We're going to kill this nigga." Where was the gun? In his hand. I said I didn't want to go. He said, "I don't give a F what you want. Get dressed." What concerns did you have? He never came to my house. Did you try to escape? No. I got dressed. Who joined in? Ruben in the black Escalade executive class. And where was Ruben? In the driver's seat. I got in the back seat, right-hand side, and Mr. Combs was in the left, next to me. Usually, he would have sat in the front, and the gun was in his lap. How long does it take to drive from your home at the time to Kid Cudi's home in the Hollywood Hills? If you push it, 15 to 20 minutes. What did Mr. Combs and Rube do at Kid Cudi's house? They went in. Could you see it? Yes. How did these dudes get in his house, bro? Can somebody, why? Yo, I please on the cross, please, Brian Steele, or whoever crosses this girl, please ask them, how did he get in his house? How did he just get in his house? And Kid Cudi ain't got no alarm system. Like, where's this nigga living at? In a little house on the prairie? He ain't got no neighbors. Nobody sees this. Wait, didn't he testify and give his address? I'm gonna have to go pull that address up. How could they just get in his house, bro? And no alarm system? Kid Cudi? Could you see it? Yes. What did you do? I called Cassie on the burner. I said, yo, Cassie, where the F are you? I saw Puff was at Kid Cudi's house. And then I changed the number in my phone to my best friend, Stormy. Y'all know Stormy, Suge Knight baby mother. What did you hear on the phone? That Scott was at Cassie's. When Mr. Combs came back, he took my phone and called the last number. And then I saw Kid Cudi driving up. Mr. Combs saw my face and said, that's that nigga right there. We drove off and saw the police driving the other way toward Kid Cudi's. Puff was pulling himself together. We stopped at the Key Club and he told me to call Cassie. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So Diddy goes to Kid Cudi's house looking for Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi rolls up and then he leaves. What did he go there for? Why would he go there? If he went there looking for him and Kid Cudi, he see him come, there go that nigga right there. We out of here. What sense does that make? We drove up and we saw the police driving the other way towards Cudi's. Puff was pulling himself together. We stopped at the Key Club and he told me to call Cassie. What did he tell you to tell Cassie? That he had me and he wouldn't let me go. Why is this not adding up, bro? How did Miss Victoria respond? She said, okay, come get me. She was calm. So Puff tells her to call Cassie. She called Cassie and says that, yo, Diddy and them got me and they won't let me go. And Cassie responds, okay, come get me. What? That don't make no sense, bro. She said, okay, come get me. She was calm. Who drove you home? Ruben. What did Mr. Combs then tell you? To convince Kid Cudi not to say that it had been him at the house, I picked up Cassie. Where did you go? We went to Cudi's and tried to convince him not to file a police report. So you go to Kid Cudi house with Diddy. You say you watched them break in his house. He comes to your house with a gun. You're scared. And he's telling you he gonna kill this nigga. He didn't let you go to Kid Cudi's house to convince him not to call the police. Why would, when you get with Kid Cudi, why are you convincing him not to call the police? You should feel safe now for him to call the police for you and him and Cassie. So now you go and you convince him not to call the police? I bet you this girl got immunity. How much you want to put on it? What did you tell him? That Puff came to my house with a gun. What did you tell him then? He said, if you tell on him, he'll hurt us all. What was Kid Cudi's reaction? Mind blowing, objection, jury will disregard. What happened at the house? He was kicking Cassie again and again. How was Cassie? In the fetal position. Mr. Combs kicked her all the way to the street. She was crying silently. Yo, come on, man. I can't take this, bro. How did he kick her in the fetal position? She's curled up on the floor in the fetal position, and he's just kicking her all the way down the street. Back like a football, back like a soccer ball. And she just curled up in the fetal position, getting kicked down the street. Like he could kick her that hard that he's kicking her down the street in the fetal position. Back, back. And she just moving down the street in the fetal position. Back, back. Like you see her in the elevator, at the elevator. Why he ain't just kick her down the hallway in the hotel back to the room? Back. Just kick her back to the room. Back. Back. Just kick her down. Boom. And you think that she's going to move every kick down the street to the corner? He could have kicked her down to the hotel room. All the way down to the hotel. He didn't have to drag her around the corner. He could have just kicked her around the corner. Like you telling me he kicked her around down the street, bro, in the fetal position? And nobody saw this. And nobody called the police. How was Cassie in the fetal position? Mr. Combs kicked her all the way to the street. Wait a minute. What happened at the house? He was kicking Cassie again and again at the house. How was Cassie in the fetal position? Mr. Combs kicked her all the way to the street. She was crying silently. Where was he kicking her? Her back, her backside. Where were you? 5 feet away. And so was Ruben. What did Mr. Combs say to you? He said, if you jump in, I'm going to F you up too. What did Rube do? Nothing. Who did you call? D-Rock. I told him, tell your brother to stop Puff. He is kicking the shit out of her. I called Paulie too. I said, he'd take care of it, but Rube did nothing. What next? Mr. Combs told me to get the F out too. I left on foot. How are you getting out of him. How's he kicking her to the street? So he telling you, Mr. Cone told me to get the F out too. I left on foot. Could you still see her getting kicked until I went around the bend? So you call D-Rock, a person that works with Puff, that's not going to do nothing. You call Uncle Paulie, who works for Puff, who's going to do what? Nothing to stop Puff. Why didn't you call the police? Why, when you walked around the corner or around the bend, you didn't call the police? Then who did you call? Regina Ventura, Cassie's mother? I told her, he's kicking the ish out of your daughter. I can't call the police, but you can. Please explain to me, Capricorn Club, why you couldn't go. You call D-Rock, who you would have to dial 10 numbers. You call Paulie, which you would have to dial 10 numbers. You call Miss Ruben Ventura, where you would have to dial 10 numbers, or their numbers are programmed in your phone. Those three, right? But you could call 911. Why didn't you call the police? The mission of the day was to get Kid Cudi, so no calling police. Oh my God, bro! What? I'm so confused. The mission was not to call D-Rock. The mission was not to call Uncle Paulie. All right. Update. Hold on. We got breaking news. Breaking news real quick in the Keefe D case. Hold on. We got an update in the Keefe D case. So Keefe D got lucky. I think his he get a new hearing. I think he got a new trial in a couple of weeks due to the it got kicked out over the jurors' misconduct. So he good. Oh wow. Let me double check that real fast. Hold on, let me see. Good news for Keefe D. He was granted a new trial in the in that assault case. Keefe D, a lucky son of a gun. All right, so hold on real quick. So for all y'all that don't know who Keefe D is, Duane Davis, he's the guy that's locked up right now for Tupac's murder. So his trial starts in his trial starts for the murder in February 2026. But y'all know he had got into a fight with an inmate, and then when you get in a fight in the jail, that's a whole new charge. So he had went to trial for that, and he lost. But due to the fact that the jury, I don't want to say it was tainted, but the jury was making remarks in the hallway or whatever before the sentencing or whatever. The evidence was proven, so the judge granted him a new trial. So he got a new hearing in a couple of weeks over the juror's misconduct. So yeah, he got a new hearing in a couple of weeks. So that's an update in the Keefe D joint. And we will see what happens next. That's good news for him. That's good news for him. Because if he beats that, then he has a chance of getting his bail, still having the chance of having the bail. But let's get back to Miss Capricorn Clark. I just have to give y'all an update in the Keefe D case. Then who did you call? Regina Ventura. I told her, he's kicking the ish out of your daughter, and I can't call the police, but you can. Why didn't you call the police? Because the mission of the day was to get Kid Cudi. So no calling the police. This email right here, who is it from? Cassie. She wrote that he would be releasing sex tapes about me, and he would have someone else hurt me and Kid Cudi. Do you recall if you responded to this? I don't. Did law enforcement call you? The arson investigators did. Kid Cudi had given them my name. I hung up on them. I just wanted this over. What? So now the police call you. You finally got some help. Kid Cudi being a rat bastard because, nigga, you're sleeping with Diddy girl. Why are you snitching? Why are you going to the police, Kid Cudi? You over there sleeping with this man, girl, and he do something to you. Why you ain't taking it to the streets, brother? You run into the police like your ass ran into the courtroom, you coward ass nigga. You was bold enough or tough enough to be sleeping with his girl, but you gonna go run to the police? Weak ass nigga. Eugene Dale ass nigga. This dude, man. Yo, these dudes. Yo, man. Yo. He said he's going to the police. Now, this is not a paid advertisement, y'all. But let me tell you something. I brought this all the way back from Dubai. This is the best lemonade in the world, right? And somebody told me about it. They said, hey, man, they got this mint lemonade, man. Can you bring it back? And I went searching for it. I got a video. I'm gonna show y'all in the supermarket, bro. Oh, let me turn it on the English side since y'all can't read Arabic. They don't have, I don't think they have this in the country. And I had brought this, packed it in my goddamn luggage because I went and tried it. And Lord have mercy. I wish I could pour this in the goddamn computer and it come out in y'all cups. This is the best lemonade ever. Oh my God. When I mean ever, I mean ever. Give me some ice. And it was like, and it only lasts 3 days. It says you gotta buy it 3 days. But oh my God. Everyday goodness. Look, lemon, mint lemon, water, and sugar. That's it. No artificial preservatives, added colors. Like, they be killing us in America with all that extra stuff. Man, this joint ain't, all it is lemon, mint lemon, or mint, what is that? Mint leaves, water, and sugar. That's it. Boy, this is better than Kool-Aid. If you ever seen that in America somewhere, try it. Because I'm definitely going to be trying to look it up on Amazon or something. I will buy a case of it. And they got all kind of flavors. Pomegranate, fresh apple, all types of stuff. Oh my God, it's amazingly good. Let's get back to Capricorn. Did law enforcement call you? The arson investigators, Keefe D gave them my name. I hung up on them. I just wanted this over. What did Mr. Combs say to you? I should kill you bitches and I should cut her face. How many times did Mr. Combs threaten you? I say about 50 times. Yeah, bro. 50 times? 50 times. How many times a person got to threaten you before you act on a threat? Now, either a person going to threaten you once and you're going to handle it, twice, it ain't going to be a third time. For a person threatening me once, I'm moving on a threat because they might move on a threat first. You know what I'm saying? I don't take threats lightly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say it. It's so good. let me say something on the other side of this threat. If a person threatened me 50 times and they didn't carry out the threat the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, the sixth time, the seventh time, the eighth time, the ninth time, the 10th time, the 11th time, the 12th time, the 13th time, they threats is weak. I don't believe they threats, especially after the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th. Nigga threatened me 20 times and didn't carry out none of those 20 threats. The 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 28th, the 29th, the 30th threat, they threats are falling on deaf ears. The 31st, the 32nd, the 33rd, the 34th, the 35th, the 36th, the 38th threat, nigga, your threats don't mean nothing to me. You just talking. The 39th, the 40th threat, they ain't even threats no more. The 41st, the 42nd, the 43rd, the 44th, the 45th, Puff, shut up. You're not doing nothing. The 46th, the 47th, the 48th, the 49th, the 50th threat from Puff don't mean nothing, especially if I've been there for 10 years. He threatened you 50 times. 50 times. And you stayed there? So a person can constantly threaten you once a week in a year. It's 52 weeks in a year. They threaten you, let's just say, once a week for a whole year. And you will continue to work with this person. How many times did Mr. Combs threaten you? I wish I was sitting on this jury, boy. They would have a very hard time in that when it came to start deliberating on this case. Because there's so much things I'm going to be saying while we in there deliberating. How many times did Mr. Combs threaten you? I say 50 times. D-Rock was there, just doubling down on whatever Puff was saying in the moment. So now you're saying Diddy threatened you 50 times, and D-Rock was sitting there like, yeah. Y'all really trying to build this enterprise. Yo, they really trying to build this enterprise. Like, yo, bro, this is bananas. Who is RPM? The president of Bad Boy Records? I told him Puff had kidnapped me. Yo, you can tell that this woman was coached more than the bag. Why are you even? They asked who is RPM. The answer would just be the president of Bad Boy Records. Why did she? She throwing, I told him Puff had kidnapped me. I ain't even asked you that. So you go and tell Puff, best friend, and the president of the label, that he kidnapped you, and you didn't think that he would go back and tell Puff that, opposed to going to the police? You go tell Puff's best friend and co-worker that Puff kidnapped you. And you don't think he's going to tell Puff? But you won't go to the police. I'm losing patience with these people. What did Harv Pierre tell you? He said, that's crazy. But it's going to be okay. And then I got a termination notice. I was accused on not properly putting in for the vacation I was on. Yo, man. What? You go to Harv and say Puff kidnapped you, and then you say you after that you got a termination notice because you was accused of not properly putting in for a vacation you was on. Who had you put it in with? Yes, to Harv. Did you lose benefits? All of them. My health, my 401k, my house and car. What did Mr. Combs say? That I would never work again. That he would make me kill myself. I bet you she went back to work for this mother effer after that. I bet you. Before I read any more, I bet you she went back and worked for him. Watch. Did you get a job offer? I did, but it fell through. I couldn't get a job. Did you settle with Mr. Combs in October 2012 for objection? Can I approach? They back. Aside from that settlement agreement, do you have any other pending litigations against Mr. Combs? No. Did you go back to work for him in 2016? What I told y'all? What did I tell y'all? Why would you go work for the guy that kidnapped you? Why would you go work for the guy that kicked Cassie all the way down the street in the fetal position? Which I still don't get yet. Like, she must weigh about 4 pounds for this nigga to be kicking her in the fetal position down the street. Blah, blah. So she go back to work for him, y'all, in 2016. Why? No one else will hire me. And Cassie had a new record deal with Epic. Did he kidnap you? And you go back to work for him. How many of y'all will go back and work for somebody that kidnapped y'all? How many of y'all will go back to anybody that kidnapped you? Yet alone go work for someone that kidnapped you, you don't go to the police. You go to his best friend and co-worker and tell him Diddy kidnapped you. You say you got fired. But you want to go back and work for the man that kidnapped you, that was kicking this girl, that's so violent, so verbally abusive. But you couldn't find no job nowhere else, and you had to go back and work for Diddy. Man, they laying it on thick over here, boy. These women is, woo! What sense do this make? Does this make sense to anybody? Or am I just being too hard? Is this victim shaming? Am I? Like, is there not any strong women out there? I don't care what your race or your color or your nationality is. Is there not any strong women out there that could just walk away from abuse as soon as they see it? Like, why is all the women that happen to run into Diddy just the dumbest, weakest women in the world? Like, what is it about this guy that makes women so stupid? Please let me know. Who did you have to get approvals from? Now, this is 2016 when she go back. Sean Combs. Cassie was taking more drugs by then. Was she still dating Mr. Combs? They didn't even ask you about no drugs, bro. This is how you know they coached. Why are you even bringing up Cassie taking more drugs? What did that have to do with anything? Was she still dating Mr. Combs? Yes. So you call the mother and tell her, this nigga's kicking your daughter down the street in the fetal position. You call D-Rock, yo, tell him to stop, yo. Paulie, tell him to stop. Oh, Miss Ruben, please call the cops. I can't call the cops because the mission was to get Kid Cudi. But you can call the cops. Please call the cops. Oh, I lost my job. They kidnapped me. And then you go back to work with who? Sean Combs. And Kathy was taking more drugs. Why didn't you and Kathy leave? So you go back to work with the girl that was getting kicked down the street in a fetal position. You done got kidnapped. You done got threatened to get thrown in the East River. You got accused of stealing jewelry. You over here helping her cheat with Kid Cudi. You get kidnapped. And you and Kathy, just the two dumbest chicks in the world that just can't leave this dude alone for whatever reason. And you go back in 2016? Somebody make it make sense to me. Cassie was taking more drugs. Was she still dating Mr. Combs? Yes. In December 2023, why did you retain an attorney? I was traumatized by Cassie's civil complaint. So it took Cassie to file a lawsuit for you to file a lawsuit, Capricorn. That traumatized you? Not you being locked up in a building for 5 days. That didn't traumatize you. This nigga coming to your house with a gun didn't traumatize you. You traumatized, but you never go to the police. But you could file a civil lawsuit for some money? Why does everybody want money and not justice? Why does everybody want money, but nobody wants to? Everybody want to get a lawyer for a civil case, but nobody want to get a lawyer for a criminal case. Nobody want to go to the police. Nobody want to get an order of protection. And now y'all want to go and try to get the nigga money. You traumatized in 2023. You went back to work for him in 2016, and you traumatized 7 years later because of Cassie's civil complaint. No, Cassie got that money, and you wanted some too. Oh, the nigga gave us some money. Man, I need to get mine too. In 2023, why did you retain an attorney? I was traumatized by Cassie's civil complaint. This is crazy, bro. Her complaint did not reference me. I reached out to Mr. Combs and said, I want my life back. You kidnapped me. Objection. Overruled. Was there a discussion of you working for Mr. Combs again? Yes. As chief of staff. When did you last speak with Miss Ventura? 2018. And when the last time you spoke to Kid Cudi? 2012. No further questions. We're going to take a break. After the break, redirect. Diddy's, we have to redirect. Can I start? We're taking a break. Now they back. Okay, Diddy defense steps up. We had a meeting in April 2024, Miss Clark. You had a lawyer, Brian Freeman. Yes. You wanted to come back and work with Mr. Combs, right? We discussed it, yes. In 2024? You saw Ms. Garagios taking notes. Yes. You said you didn't think Cassie was good for Mr. Combs. Why? I just thought they were toxic. Tell me about when you were in New York. I was in the Bronx. I hated it. What you hated about the Bronx, girl? What you got against the Bronx with your Cali ass? It was 2002. I met Jeanette, then Mr. Combs. In 2001, was the World Trade Center thing. And then I met Mr. Combs. He wasn't doing drugs, right? He did ecstasy in Daddy's house, but it got worse. Yes. You authorized Mr. Freeman to seek a job for you. It was all very procedural, lawyer to lawyer. But you were told you couldn't be given a job in the middle of the investigation. I don't remember that. Yo, bro, how did she just try to go back and work for Diddy, bro? Man, these women are dangerous. Bring out the Michael Jackson on the mother effer. Read this and let me know when you're done. Do you remember saying you had the biggest crush on him? Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Oh, I can't talk right now, brother. I'll call you back. Read this and let me know when you're done. Do you remember saying you had the biggest crush on him? Objection 403. Judge, Mr. Agnafilio, state of mind is being offered for the truth. We had a stip on this sidebar. They come back. You call him Choc for chocolate. I did. You started with Def Jam. Run DMC? I don't go back that far. I'm more like Foxy Brown, Redline, Jay-Z. So how did you come to work for Mr. Combs? I put in a resume on Monster after the World Trade Center thing. He said, you work for me? I was like, maybe. He was acting on Broadway in Raising in the Sun. I was impressed. He had a major part. He was a star. Then I shadowed him on the Vote or Die campaign. My job was to get the t-shirts on the celebrities and into the photo shoots. I called them and say, Puff wanted them to come. And they came? They did. How long before the jewelry missing thing? It was about 4 months. On the 4th, it was about 4 months. On the 4th of July, he threw a white party at his home on the Hamptons that year with Vote or Die. I remember that. When did the jewels missing happen? After July 4th. The jewels were still on loan from Jacob the jeweler. Who else got the lie detector test? Mike B, his stylist. He too had gone to the street level of 1440 for manicures. The lie detector test was the next day. You never told HR? No. You see how she made it look like she was the only person that got accused of stealing the jewelry? Shout out to Mike B. I know Mike B. That's my guy. He used to work at BET with us in the wardrobe department. Might be a good dude. You know what I mean? Hold on, y'all, 1 second. I got fired for 3 weeks. How did you get unfired? I went to work on his 35th birthday party at Cipriani to do the celebrity list. And I came back. You see how they be so one-sided, bro? I went to work on his 35th birthday party at Cipriani to do the celebrity list. I came back. From 2004 to 2006, not at all. As a personal assistant, and then his liaison. I was making $65,000 for Combs, then 90 at Jive. Why did you go back to Combs? I've gotten top records for R. Kelly. Mr. Combs said he was impressed, asked me to come back for Sean John Women. I think I was really a good employee for him. Didn't he tell you that you were awesome? He did not use that word. You worked hard for him? I did. Others worked hard too, right? Not as hard as me. I did learn a lot from Mr. Combs. He broke that glass ceiling for us Black people in the business world. Do you need a minute? No. It's just complicated. We'll take a break. She feeling bad now. With jury and witnesses out, the judge on DNA questions to Inspector Jimenez, the government's objection is overruled. We asked for a bit longer. We've not been able to eat lunch. We are running ahead of schedule. Our case may be closer to 5 weeks than 6 weeks. Oh, they running out of, what you call it? They run out of witnesses. They back. They propose, this is the AUSA, they propose to use communications between Ms. Clark and Ms. Ventura. We don't see any non-hearsay purpose. Diddy Lloyd said there are logistics and photo shoots being discussed. She testified to this on direct. The direct went more negative than we expected. Their theory is that Ms. Ventura was not permitted to be creative. The judge says in the future, and what you submit overnight. In the future, and what you submit overnight. What's being in the docket. In their defense, says the judge, submission over the weekend, defense argued the album cover was relevant. Right, Ms. Shapiro? Yes. Miss Ventura is topless with her arms crossed. So let's have Miss Clark come back in. Now let's bring the jury in. The jury's back in. When you went into the park, it was to Tavern on the Green. We parked there early in the day. The park we ran into, Nas. When you said he had Miss Ventura spin, who was there? Let me show you what you said. You said Lorianne Gibson was there. No, they misheard me. When did you first meet Cassie Ventura? I met her with Ryan Leslie. Why did you not go along with Cassie sometimes? In 2008, she got more bravado being his girlfriend the longer it lasted. She thought I was being paid to help her. Objection. Sustained. Re-asked. What did you see? She went from being a sweet model to being a feisty girlfriend. Do you think she was talented? She had talent and was very beautiful, but not talented? She was not. I have good taste. Shit. Oh, I know Kathy ain't gonna like that one. Yeah. Oh my God. She said Cassie was not talented. Talented to me is Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Cassie, she was more of a studio musician. She needed things equalized. Did she perform live? A couple of times, but not the greatest. Was she a hard worker? At times. Uh-oh, this ain't looking good. When when wasn't she a hard worker? She preferred to be with her boyfriend. When we moved to LA after Kim had twins around 2009-ish, I saw her developing more of her relationship with Puff, with Mr. Combs. He supported? Yes, with stylists, other musicians, all the components to make her a star. Did she get more help than others? Yes. Young Jock and groups from Atlanta. I developed French Montana. I ran into Cassie. She said she had a new deal with Epic. I dressed her like David Bowie. We did a photo shoot at my house. We wrote a mini movie and shot it for the project. What about Official Girl? That was a super cute video. King of Hearts? It was fresh. I liked it. Kathy had on a green wig. Yes. We moved to admit this witness. There's a ceiling issue here. You don't remember this email? I don't. Here in 2012, you are setting up a recording session for Cassie. Mario Winans was for the chairman. For Mr. Combs? Yes. When did you learn Cassie was dating Kid Cudi? The fall of 2011. I picked her up there. You believe that after Thanksgiving, Miss Ventura and Kid Cudi were what? Just getting to know each other? Why did you get her a burner phone at Best Buy? I told her, you cannot do this on your bad boy phone. Ah, helping to cheat, huh? How did you know about burner phones? I grew up in Los Angeles. In December 2011, Mr. Combs was at an orphanage in Almaty, Kazakhstan. I heard it was Russia. How did Mr. Combs get into your building? I was told the security guard got fired. What was his name? It was some random security guard. What did he look like? A black guy, younger than 35? What was Mr. Combs doing with the gun? He had it in his hand. He was pointing it at you? No. But you told the government he pointed it at you. No, it says, or waved it around. That's more correct. Now she's changing it up. Where did you change into street clothes? In my closet. Isn't it true you went so that Mr. Combs went and do something stupid? No, I went because he said he didn't care. I didn't want to go. Is he a jealous guy? He has a bad temper to the Escalade. Did you pass the security guard? I saw him in his little hut. And Mr. Combs was behind the driver with a gun on his lap. You made a call. Not then. Did you look at Kid Cudi's door to see if they could get through it? I was not really paying attention. I was so on my head trying to plan my next step. I was praying that Cudi was not in there. What was your next step? Jump out the car and run? Like, what was your next step? Did Cassie have 2 rooms? Kid Cudi took her to 1 room and she had another. You are 100% that you called and told them Puff had a gun? Yes, I said it very quickly. I didn't want Puff to see me on the phone. Did you say that Lauren London was on the phone with you and Cassie and Kid Cudi? No, only part of the time. I wanted someone to know where I was. What did you tell her? I'm scared of mountain lions. Mountain lions? I don't know if you know the Hollywood Hills Coyotes. Maybe Lauren was on the phone. Maybe. It's such a long time ago. I don't remember. Are you aware that Lauren London and Mr. Combs were friends for years after this? Yes. Then you see the Porsche coming up the hill. Yes. Kid Cudi's in the black Porsche. He stops next to us and then speeds off, and we chase him. Does that sound like the same story she told the prosecutors? That's not even a... Then you see the Porsche coming up the hill. Yes, Kid Cudi's in the black Porsche. He stops next to us and then speeds off, and we chase him. And then he loses us. We turn away, and then we see the police pass us. You see how they try to make it look the first time? So, oh, Diddy said, oh, Diddy, go right there. And then they drove off and the police went by. You go to pick up Cassie and go where? We go to Kid Cudi's house. There was an ADT there. Then you go to Mr. Combs' house and you say you see Mr. Combs kicking Cassie there and even in the street? Yes. Wait a minute. You telling me Diddy and them broke into Kid Cudi house and he had an ADT? Yeah. Wait a minute. You telling me Kid Cudi house had an ADT and Diddy and them broke in his house and was walking around his house looking for him and he had an ADT? Then you go to Mr. Combs' house and you say you see Mr. Combs kicking Cassie there and even in the street. Yes. And you hung up on the fire inspector? I did. When you were on vacation, it was with who? Rihanna? After you were fired, what job did you get? I was hired by Chris Lighty to work for 50 Cent. Here you wrote to Mr. Combs, one day you'll forgive me. Anyway, be well, XX. Yes. You wrote on February 28, 2015, your grace period to be mad at me has to pass the agreed time. LOL. You wrote that, right? Yes, sir. Please read that out loud. I wrote, she was never my friend. She wanted me gone, I realized. So you think that Kathy wanted you gone? Sorry. This is complicated for me. I felt that I was Puff's protector. She's crying on the stand. I felt like I was the only one gone. She was still there. And then things were getting worse. I tried to keep the professionalism as the goal. You thought you could be his protector. It was more to move the ball toward the goal, to inspire. Did it hurt that he would only take you back because Cassie wanted? Yes. I have no parents. My son is autistic. My stakes are high, sir. How much more, Mr. Agnifino? Can I talk to the government? Sidebar. Just a few more minutes, and we'll get you out today, Ms. Clark. Thank you, sir. You did a lot of great work with Cassie in 2016 and 2017, right? I believe so. Cassie had an addiction problem, right? Yeah. You made a short movie with her. It was called Love a Loser. You wrote to him asking for forgiveness. I wanted my life back, my dream, my competency. When you met with me, you wanted to work for him again, right? We discussed it. Nothing further. Judge, Ms. Steiner, this is the recross or redirect, pardon me. There's the DA. How much was Mr. Combs required to pay you? Judge calls a sidebar. What happened with the job with Chris Lighty? He died the day before I was supposed to start. Then at Interscope, it wasn't about a job. They told me to leave Puff alone. I object. Sustained. I was blacklisted. Objection. Sustained. When did you return to work for Mr. Combs? So people could see I wasn't disposable. Oh, why did you return to work for Mr. Combs? So people could see that I wasn't disposable. At this level of business, he held all the power. Why did you meet them? To get my life back. And that's where the court is at right now. That's live. We right now, we live. In the kidnapping, did Mr. Combs carry a gun? Yes. Jurors, I know we kept you longer than I said. Thank you. See you tomorrow. All rise. Judge, tomorrow, who's your witnesses? LAPD, LA Fire Department, Mr. Jimenez, Nash, and Mia. What about the VTC with Mr. Combs and MDC Brooklyn Jail? There are logistic difficulties in the evening. They believe they are being flexible. We get cut off at 5:30 p.m. The legal men is cut off when MDC legal is not there. The other calls are capped at 300 minutes. They are filtered. Let me work on that. There are union issues with the VTC in the evening. Maybe some SCIF time there. Time here. So that's it for court today. I wonder if they're gonna have a redirect tomorrow, or because I don't think they're not done with Capricorn Club. This is so, man, these women are something else, bro. You mean to tell me this dude was such a terrible guy that you kept going back to work for him? What sense do that make? What sense does that make? Yo, these women are so, man. Yo, bro. Yo, I just can't, bro. I just don't get it. Yo, I don't know, man. Even though it seemed like some evidence is damaging a little bit, to me, I don't see it that damaging. I still see it as like, yeah, the nigga Diddy is a piece of trash. Abusive, verbally, physically, this, that, and other. But what did she say in there that convicts him of sex trafficking? Like, all they keep trying to prove is he's violent, he's dangerous, he's scary. But where is the sex trafficking? Yeah, you could have kicked Cassie ass 100 times. No, we don't condone it. No, we not saying it's right or whatever. But where's the sex trafficking? And you telling me this nigga kidnapped you and you still trying to work with him recently? After he tried to kidnap you. After he kidnapped you. After he held you up in the joint for 5 days. After you seen him come into your house with a gun. He's just this ruthless, he's just a joker. And you still want to work with the joker. How confusing is this, man? Man. Choke no joke, man. Y'all know what it is. We'll be back at 7 p.m. with more. I'll have more information on the Keefe D joint. The new album, Learn from Mistakes, Part 2 is out right now. Make sure y'all get that. I got some videos dropping at 4 o'clock from Dubai. If you want to see the Dubai videos, I'll be starting some new ones at 4 p.m. Yo, man, I'll be back here live at 7 p.m. with the Keefe D update. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Capricorn Clark today on the stand. I know Diddy is just sitting there looking at these people like, yo, y'all nah shit. Choke no joke. Y'all know what it is, man. Get that new album out now, man. Shout out to all my moderators in the building, Tasha Ray, and I see you, Kenyatta. You know what it is. All my members, all my subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please get with the program. Erin, what up? I see you. Man, it is crazy, man. We'll get back into this later on this evening. Choke no joke. You know what it is. I'm back, all right? From the United Emirates. Shout out to everybody still over in Dubai. Much love to y'all, man. I'll be back, man. This is crazy.
Yeah. TJ2. You know what it is. Youngster, you are me. Is a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Hey, yo, come here, man. Oh, you think I'm corny, huh? Oh, really? I see more guns than Tommy. Who's Tommy? Was I in the army? No. Nah, I got my stripes, though. Now listen. Broke many nights. Doing what? Pitching that white. Uh-huh. no matter hard or soft. Trust me, I'm cut from a different cloth. Now look at me, I don't knock my man off. If I gotta kill him, I step off. You know why? When you kill a trife, find yourself killing all your life. Word is mine. You have to live, little nigga, to experience life. Trust me, your mama's the one there at the end of the night. Let's go. Youngster, you are me. Yeah. It's a reason they call me OG. Let's go. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Come here, man. Listen, you little jerk. They gonna tell you to put in work. What? Then they gonna give you a gun. And tell you to kill someone. Who's already a op. They really want the block. Are you serious? And you gonna take the shot. And then you go to jail. What? 3 hots in the cot. 20 flat to be down with the block. Hello, I don't. You thought it was your beginning. Nah, that's where you stopped. They knew the outcome and didn't let you opt out. Why? To take they opt out. You the one they'll forget about. No, they youngster, you are me. It's the reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah, sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay, saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Yeah, sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay, saw things you didn't see. Now sit the fuck down and listen to me.
Joke, no joke. Yeah. It's joke, no joke. Joke, no joke. Chicken joke, no joke.